How to record an expense transaction. CurrencyXchanger is not only used for recording currency purchases and sales, but it is also a tool for recording expenses and revenues just like a professional accounting software. So in this video, I want to take you through doing an invoice and an expense transaction, but I also want to take you into the subledger module and show you how to actually create an expense account. So let's get started in the subledger module. So let's click on the icon for subledger. And just to make sure that we don't already have an account that we're going to create, let's go into the search field. Let's put in expense and hit enter. You'll see that we already have two created. But for this example, I actually want to do an expense transaction for your rent. So we actually need to create a new expense. So let's go up to our toolbar and click on new. We need to name this account, so we're going to call it expense rent. And then we need to select a general ledger account. So we need to select from our list below, which is expense. So you can either click on it or we can type it into the field at the top and it will pick it. And then let's select pick. So this also gives us opportunity to link this account to a customer. Now, considering for this example, this is our rent, we are probably going to be paying the rent to the same person every month. So it would be a good idea to link this account to that customer. So that's when we can do this right here in this field. So our landlord, you can just type in right here. When I hit tab, it will bring up a list. And here is our only landlord, that's for ABC. So we can either double click or select and pick customer. And then we can click on save. So now we've created that expense rent account in our subledger module. So I want to exit out of here and now take you into the invoice module so that we can actually start a transaction. So up on your toolbar, we click on new, and then we need to select our customer. So it is, again, it's our landlord. So I'm going to type in ABC and hit tab, select them from the list. There is only one. And then we need to pay them their rent. So we need to sell or pay. Then we need to select from the payment type a check, because we're going to write them a check. And then we can select from the drop down the bank that we're paying the check from. So let's just say Bank of Montreal. And the amount. So our rent is $1,200. Now all we need to do is click on add row on the right hand side and fill in some more information. So about the check. So put in the check number. We then need to put the check date, so these may be post-dated. So on the right-hand side, we can actually plus or minus some days. So I'm just going to do a couple of days right here. And then we select into this field type of check, and we need to just select which check it is. So we've got a company check, so we'll just select that. The amount is also populated, and so is pay to beneficiary based on the customer that we put in, which is correct because that's what we want the check payable to. We can now select a bank that we're paying it, or a bank account that we're paying it from. So we'll put the Bank of Montreal. And then we can just click on Save down in the bottom corner. And you have a warning that's just come up, just saying that the post-dated check. So just please make sure this is this won't be cleared until that date. So let's click on Ignore and Continue. And the system will automatically want to print the check for you. So we can do that right now, and you can also add a memo to this check. So we can just put in here rent, just so we know that that's what we're paying. And then we can click on print check. For this example, I'm not going to do that, so I'm just going to exit out. And now back into our invoice module, you'll see that the line item has been added. So Bank of Montreal, $1,200 US. We do still need to balance out this transaction. So we need to now go back up and we need to now receive into an account. So let's select the account on the drop down, and then we need to go over to pick an account. When I click on the drop down, you'll see that the only option is the expense rent. This is because when I showed you in the subledger module, when we created the expense rent, we had the opportunity to add or link the landlord to this account. So that is where this is now coming into effect. Because we put in the landlord to link to this account, it brings it up as the only option in the drop down when we need to pick from account. So we can just select that. You don't need to put in the amount. We just simply go over to the right hand side and click on add row. And we can click Save if there are no sub-account IDs. But let's say that you have many branches with different landlords and different rents that you need to pay. This is where you could put in a sub-account ID. So let's say that this rent is actually for your main account. You can put in something along those terms right here. And then we just click on Save. So now you see that the transaction has been balanced out. You've got your check mark, and you have now done an expense transaction in your invoice module. So you can click on Save.